Hello everyone! This video is a short report from amazing miniature show called FreakWars. It was too noisy there, I don't like to yell, so I have recorded this intro from here. Usually FreakWars takes place each September in Madrid, Spain, and I should say that it was very loud and bright event, like almost everything in Spain. I'm Brother-Vinni, and as usual I visited to sell my miniatures. To take a look at the stuff of another manufacturers, and also for communicating personally with my customers. Also, I have met some people who order sculpting from me, and also some retailers who sell our miniatures. Usually we visit Spain 2 times a year. This is FreakWars in Madrid in September, and also it's Hispania Wargames in Malaga in February. At this time it's cold enough already in Bratislava, so for us it's not only a kind of work travel, but it's some kind of vacations and a piece of summer. Usually my wife occupies all travels to that sunny Spain because she loves this country very much, and she leaves for me travel for much more gloomy and cloudy countries like Germany, Holland and Belgium. But this time we have come together, and it was such a kind travel. Of course, Madrid is also some kind of cultural capital. There are a lot of museums here. Sure, my favorite ones are Royal Armory, Prado, and National Archaeological Museum. It's absolutely amazing. Also, this time I have visited a small but very cute ethnographical museum. But let me don't speak about it a lot right now, because we have prepared a separated post about museums with pictures that we will publish in our social networks in Facebook and Instagram. If you're interested in, you can find the link below this video and subscribe to us. Also, this time we have visited Segovia. It's a town close to Madrid. It's a very old historical settlement, best known with the Great Roman Aqueduct. I guess it's one of the biggest and best preserved. It's very interesting. Take a look to that holes on each 2 sides of each stone in aqueduct. I wasn't sure, but it seems like it was used for grabbing the stone while constructing, while building, using some special tool like very big tongs. And 5 minutes later, we have discovered a statue that confirms this point of view. Take a look to this funny guy. Okay, paar words about food. Of course, Madrid is some kind of touristic center, and there are hundreds of restaurants there for any taste. But we are so lucky to find such a pearl. It's absolutely amazing place where they offer a buffet of traditional Spanish cuisine. And it's very interesting because, how to explain it, it was not a kind of exotic food that offered for tourists in center. It was rather the real home Spanish food, and it was cooked just perfect, very tasty, and we was really impressed. Definitely we will visit it again next year. Okay, let's return to the FreakWars by itself. Shortly, there was 4 main trends that I can say. First, it's wargame miniatures, of course. Mainly 28mm, including my own booth. The second one is bigger scales like figurines and busts. Third one is different supporting accessories like colors, bases, different tools and materials, and also dices and souvenirs. The fourth one is a very interesting thing that called Alley of Artists. I mean people who make different pictures and engravings, not miniatures. Of course, I just can't visit and record everything, but also there was miniature painting masterclasses, there was a wargame tournament, there also was a miniature painting competition. So if you would visit it, you should be prepared to the 2 days of absolutely unforgettable experience and impressions. Okay, we strongly invite you to visit next FreakWars and also Hispania Wargames in February. We already have terms of Hispania Wargames. and info about next Freak Wars you can get in our newsletter. If you're interested in, you can subscribe to this and find the link below this video. If you like events like this, subscribe to our channel. Usually we make video about each convention I have visited. And also a lot of videos about sculpting, casting, painting and assembling wargame miniatures. So we are in Madrid now. It's an absolutely delightful morning, and as exhibitors we have early access to the event. Okay, let's start our walk with my favorite theme. It's wargame miniatures in scale 28 to 32 millimeters. Actually, I like this the most because, to my taste, this scale and this genre of tabletop wargaming is the best tool for telling some captivating stories. Now, I try to explain what I mean. From one side, this scale is big enough to provide me an opportunity to display everything I want as a sculptor. I can to demonstrate all small details that makes the figure an individual, a character, not just a unit on tabletop. I can even make a portrait in a face, and also I can show everything. I can show all details of his costume and armor and arms that tells us a story about this character. And from other side, in this genre of tabletop wargaming, each miniature, each character is the part of something much bigger. Each miniature is a part of his adventurous party, of his battalion, of his army, his country, and finally, each character is a part of some universe. And this way, it means that when we make or paint a miniature, we tell the story of a character in the context of something much bigger, in the context of a story, and maybe in the context of the history, maybe in the context of the history of whole universe. And for me, it's very similar with that how the good historical novel should be written. It's like when we enjoy some very common, very kind scene in the book, uh, like uh, like Hobbit Sam baking that rabbit, and we should understand that under this scene is hidden a whole, like an iceberg under the water, is hidden the whole cosmogonical conception, whole Silmarillion from the creating of the universe through 1,000 years, just to this scene. And I love this conception most. And the same way, for me, each miniature is just a mountain top of something much, much bigger. And I like this conception the most. It's very important for me. For example, take a look to this very cute gladiators arena. And there are some graffitis written on the outer side of this. This very beautiful historical notch that provides us a lot of atmosphere, a lot of taste of the times, because I guess it's more or less historical accurate, and there are a lot of graffiti was discovered on the walls of ancient Rome. And actually, it's a very reliable historical detail. About me by myself, I just have started creating my 12th century knights, and I also try to bring a little bit of taste of atmosphere of that time. And for this, I have made my original decals based on that pictures on the fields of ancient manuscripts of ancient books that called marginalia. I guess you know that funny and strange pictures, and I put it on the shield to bring a piece of atmosphere. but I will tell about it much more detailed in a separate video when I make a video about painting these knights. Okay, here we can see some much more fantasy characters. This time it's made in very strange proportions. It's not canonical, I should say. It's much more original and individual style, and also very small goblins, and also more or less classical orcs. A small general view to the event. It was in this one very big hall. There also was a food court outside, and also a tournament area was outside too. But all traders and master classes was concentrated in this hall, and I should say it was very comfortable for visitors. Okay, let's take a look to this table, for example. It's very interesting for me personally. I guess it's some kind of sea battle of the age of ancient Greece, I guess, because here we can see that classical ancient ships like triremas, and also there are the statue of Colossus of Rhodos. It looks a little bit simple, maybe because of a big surface of the sea, but simple in good sense, because at the same time it's very, very atmospherical. Just take a look to these waves, to these ancient ships, and to these shores with olive trees. I guess it's a real spirit of ancient Greece is flying over this tabletop. This tabletop, this diorama impressed me so much, so I even thinking about changing land to the sea. But it's absolutely strange for me because I'm a very terrestrial, very land person. So it's the reason why I usually sculpt infantry and cavalry, not any pirates and ships. Here we see the collection of more or less curious items. I guess there are some animals and also some funny cartoon characters. But at the same time, they are neighbors of classical, more or less serious miniatures too. To my taste, I like the combination of the pathos and irony very much, but for me is the best when it is combined in one miniature, in the same miniature or maybe in one unit. Some boxes with different small pieces, and take a look at my favorite one, skulls. That buffalo skull is very beautiful. I should make the same. I already have made a raven skull and a human skull, and sure the next one should be the buffalo. Here we can see something more or less funny and childish. It's some kind of cosmic animals, I guess, and it reminds me that weird plastic robots from early 19th years that we have played with when we was a children. But I guess that once was much more rogue and brutal. Does anyone remember it? Okay, now let's jump to the bigger scales, to some kind of figurines. I like it too, especially beautiful big female characters, something like this one. To my taste, it's very good done. Of course, some kind of busts. Anytime when I see any female character that is sculpted in the genre of bust, I just wish to release some very stupid joke, something like big and impressive bust is the most important part of a female bust. Actually, I guess it's true. I absolutely agree with this conception. By the way, when I find time, I also make a bigger ones. For example, I have made some 90 millimeters figurines and also pair of 15 centimeter figures. If you will check my web store, you can find it there. Here we can see more or less original fantasy characters, very interesting and made with good taste fantasy personalities. Especially I like this one that is rhinoceros and crocodile at the same time. Aha, there are mouses, cats and hamsters in Warhammer style. It's very good for me because mouses and hamsters are very funny. I don't know is this miniatures 3D printed or maybe sculpted by hand, but what's about me? I also study 3D modeling, but I do it very slowly. I rather each Friday with some wine, like some kind of relax and a changing occupation. But I understand that occupation is the same. And this is modeling and this is sculpting. At this moment, I have sculpted only some weapons for my World War Germans, but I continue studying, and sooner or later I will show you something much more interesting, made by me, but in 3D. Another beautiful painted ones, and now I have discovered a bigger miniature of the event. Take a look, I guess it's even taller than I am. Let's take a look from different sides. Oh, this booth I love very much because point is that part of these miniatures for this project was sculpted by me. I guess it's a good time to remind you that I take scouting commissions. If you are interested in something like this, you can ask me in comments or contact me via email. Of course, all miniatures I make you can purchase not only at events, but also in our web store. You can find the link below this video. And a lot of videos about how I make it you can find in our channel. Please subscribe. Of course, there was also a painting competition. It was big and interesting enough. But point is that it's a little bit difficult for me to make a good video of items that are standing on the black background. So let's take what I was lucky to record. Some kind of dioramas. And let me show some pictures that looks much better. It was very classical. There are busts and bigger scales and historical and fantasy, etc., etc. Of course, the event was represented not only miniatures, but also a lot of different interesting stuff. For example, like this table. Here we can see different accessories and souvenirs that made in more or less Viking or fantasy style. I was especially impressed with that beard comb, but my wife told me that long bearded guys don't turn her on, and she will not let me in let me at home with a long beard. So I will leave my face in the same condition you have seen in the intro of this video.
What's about me? I'm also working at this moment at some project about different souvenirs and beads and bracelets and different accessories, not only miniatures. And I seriously hope to release it sooner or later and finally start offering it to you. And now I can show you part of teaser pictures. Okay, finally, this is the alley of artists, as I have promised at the start of the video. It was long enough. They all was absolutely amazing, but I just show you only that who impressed me most. Actually, I should say that I like this booth very much, because for me it's made with very good taste. It's really maintained in the same style, and I like this style. I should say that artistic skills of that girl is very high. I'm really impressed. And this one is much more gloomy and dark, but still very stylish and artistic. Take a look to these engravings and graphics in the style of old manuscripts. I guess some of them was inspired by Lovecraft, Necronomicon and Call of Cthulhu and something like this. Okay, this is the second one that I can call my favorite. As you can see, this guy also works in his own style, and I can describe it like something weird and at the same time very cute. As you can see, it's some mixture of anime style and Western tradition too. And also, I guess this guy produces his own souvenirs and accessories too. Thank you for watching. If you like this kind of videos, please come to our channel. We already have some reports from another wargame events and conventions. And by the way, in this month, two next are coming. This is a Crisis in Belgium and World Model Expo in Netherlands. Of course, I will visit it too and make videos. And also, we don't forget about our sculpting videos. And this week, we will release the one about creating 12th century knights miniatures for playing tabletop war game Saga Age of Crusades. Subscribe to our newsletter and don't skip any news.